This is the R.I.S.E Weekly Review for January 4th through January 10th, 2015. 3 teens were shot in a drive-by shooting in South Shore Tuesday afternoon on 76th and Dorchester. A 17-year-old girl from 90th and Burley in South Chicago died in the shooting. A 16-year-old boy was also killed. Another 16-year-old boy was also hit, but was last reported in stable condition. Around 5 p.m. Friday, an 18-year-old woman was shot in South Chicago. She was in a vehicle when someone walked up and opened fire. She was struck in the shoulder and took herself to South Shore Hospital, where she was last reported in stable condition. An 18 and 21-year-old were wounded in the South Chicago shooting around 5:30 p.m. Sunday on 80th and Brandon. They were on the sidewalk when somebody shot at them. The 18-year-old was hit in the back and the 21-year-old was wounded in the back and the leg. No further information was released on their condition. As always, our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families. A Crown Point man wanted in connection with his ex-wife's murder in Schererville was found dead in the cemetery in Calumet City on Monday. Richard James Kalicki was seen on surveillance video shooting his ex-wife on Saturday. He was divorced from her following charges brought against him for sexual molestation and sexual misconduct with the minor. According to court records, he allegedly told the sexual abuse victim, "When I get out, I will hurt everyone who ratted me out, including you, and I will kill myself." It is unclear why the man was released from custody. The Chicago Legal Department of Mayor Rahm Emanuel is under investigation following revelations that a top attorney intentionally concealed evidence in a trial over a fatal Chicago police shooting. The case that brought these new revelations of corruption to light involved an officer from the southeast side of Chicago, Gildardo Sierra. Officer Sierra was acquitted by a federal jury that concluded he was justified in killing a man. However, evidence was withheld by the Chicago Legal Department, including radio dispatches that showed Sierra lied about the reasons for the stop. This was one of 3 other shootings in a 6-month period he was involved in. 2 of the shootings resulted in deaths. In one case, the victim was shot 16 times, including 3 while on the ground. The court discovery will reverse the decision, and the attorney has resigned. But other cases of city attorneys hiding records to protect police are beginning to come to light. On Tuesday, Southeast Side residents were alarmed by reports of immigration officers in the area. While there were no checkpoints as first reported, it was discovered that immigration visited the home of an East Side man who had an existing warrant. Officers at a local CAPS meeting explained that immigration did not have to inform them of their operations, but they did know they were in search of a local man with a criminal background. No further information was provided. Activists are warning residents to remain vigilant, as in December information was leaked of the Department of Homeland Security plans to increase immigration raids and target people at their homes. Several R.I.S.E members began circulating information to alert families of potential raids and provide information on immigrant rights. Anyone interested in more information are invited to check our Facebook group and pages for more information and flyers. Anyone with information on confirmed raids or checkpoints are asked to report them to 1-855-435-7693. On Tuesday, 2 teenage girls were found walking alone on the Chicago Skyway. A woman driving on the Skyway noticed the 2 16-year-old girls walking and gave them a ride to the East Chicago Police Station, where they were reported in good health and eventually released to their father's custody. ComEd has issued a warning to its customers about scam artists posing as utility employees. The scam artists have been contacting residents telling them their service will be disconnected unless immediate payment is made. They then steal information. People who believe they have been targeted by phone scam are urged to contact the Illinois State Attorney General's office at 1-800-386-5438. On Wednesday, parents, students, and teachers attended the George Washington High School local school council meeting to again ask that the contract to Principal Gallick be renewed. Staff members gave a report on the current progress the school was making, but none of the members who voted against Gallick attended this meeting, and there was not a quorum, so no actions were taken. Police are seeking a couple who are now facing felony charges stemming from a robbery of a dollar store in Hammond in September. Richard W. Edmonds, age 46, and Tiffany Ann Jackson, age 32, are charged with robbing a dollar store at 504 165th Street. On Monday, 10th Ward Alderwoman Susan Sadlowski Garza hosted a second participatory budget meeting at George Washington High School. Many Eastside residents joined the Alderwoman to express their suggestions on how local funding resources should be spent. Finally, a 16-year-old teen who was reported missing from South Shore was found safe on Sunday morning. The teen was missing since Tuesday from her home on the 4100 block of South Marquette. And now for some brief announcements. The Eastside Little League is hosting an ice skating fundraiser on Sunday the 17th at 1 p.m. at Rowan Park. Parents looking for activities for their 10 to 12-year-old children may consider signing them up at Calumet Park for boys basketball. The cost is $12 and practice is from 4:15 to 5:30. Thank you for joining us for this week in review. Peace.